But let's get going. Let's answer some questions. I am wearing a beanie because I just want to roll out of bed and not have to focus too much on how I look and present. But yeah, let's get going, shall we? All right, we have a question already. Get this up on the screen. Okay, Howard Mighty is asking Elijah Moore, Addison, or Mingo. Okay, so receivers. I think I'm probably gonna go Elijah Moore. That's what my gut is telling me. Him and Flacco actually have like a good fucking rapport. Um, Flacco actually really likes Elijah. I have Elijah at number 37. I have Mingo at 42, and I have Addison at 43. So I'm not going Addison, and I don't think I'm going Mingo. Mingo's a little bit of a desperation play, and I don't love it. I think Moore has some upside, and while it is risky, like none of these options are great, I think I'm going to go Elijah Moore. He had 12 targets last week. That's definitely something to read into. I know Amari Cooper didn't finish the game, but I legitimately believe that Flacco and him have like a good rapport. Elijah Moore's like best game of his career, where he put up like 141 and a touchdown, came with Flacco under center, back with the Jets. So I think I'm gonna go with Elijah Moore, my friend. Don't feel great about it, but I do not feel good with Addison, and then Mingo. Don't really want to go with a Panther at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go Elijah Moore. Give me Elijah Moore in that spot. But Woolly Mammoth, what's up, my bro? How you doing? You got a question here though. Gino out for sure. I picked up Flacco on waivers. Let me verify that for you, my friend. The game I don't think is in the morning though. I think it's in the afternoon. Um, yeah, I think it's in the afternoon. Okay, let's read what ESPN has to say. Smith got hurt during the week, and it's unclear whether he'll be able to play. Drew Lock could start in his place, or perhaps may well even take over midstream, even if Smith tries to go to gut it out. Yeah, I don't think he plays. I got a bad feeling about it. The fact that he didn't practice on Friday is a really bad sign. Yeah, he did not practice at all on Friday, so I don't feel good about it. I don't think it's a likely scenario, and I think I'd probably just go with Flacco. Most likely. The Jags defense has not been amazing lately. So I think I'd just go with Flacco. But I mean if you want to wait for it, you could, but if that's your only option, then nah, I think I'm just gonna go with Flacco. It's definitely safer option for sure. But let me just read these inactives and I'll get to your question, Goat Mode. You are next in the queue. But okay, players that are active: Mac Hollins, who cares? Hayden Hurst is out. St. Brown is out. Equanimous, not Amon Ra. Tyler Boyd is active. Mari Cooper's active. Noah Brown is active. That's good for Noah Brown. That's very good. But Dalton Schultz is out. Kaimi Fairbairn out. Taylor is out. Trevor Lawrence is active. He's playing. Travis Etienne is active. Tyler Higbee inactive. Mason Crosby inactive. Derek Carr is going to play. Olave is going to play. Shaheed will not play. Taysom Hill will not play. Jason Brownlee, nobody cares, but he's not going to play. And then Brees Hall will suit up. So that's it for inactives. Let's get back to the questions real quick. But Goat Mode is asking, how's it going? Waddle or Adams, and Henry or Moss? Okay. I'm gonna go with Adams. Adams is seeing 10 plus targets a game in the last month, and I think off a bye they're gonna scheme up some good plays for him. I think O'Connell will get him the ball. I do not fear the Vikings secondary that much, so I have Adams as a top 20 wide receiver, whereas I have Waddle at number 26. Waddle has not scored a touchdown in a month. And I think there's a little bit more upside for Devontae Adams. I'm going to go with the stud over Waddle. I know Waddle usually has like some upside, but I do not think he goes over 100 yards in this game. I don't think they need to throw it very much, and I'm going to go with Adams. I think the Raiders do win. That's what my gut is telling me. I picked the Raiders, and I think Adams is a big contributor against a former team that he like knows well. Like he's beaten the Vikings many times. I think he'll be okay. I'm gonna go with Adams over Waddle, and then you're asking Henry or Moss. That's a really good question. Have them very very close. I was kind of shocked that the poll results actually favored Zach Moss like heavily over Derrick Henry, if I'm correct. Like let me check my polls real quick. Um, yeah, there was a poll here. I'll put it up on the screen here, and 43% went with Zach Moss, whereas 26% went with Derrick Henry over both Javante and Kenneth Walker. So I like Javante in that situation, but the overwhelming majority, I guess not majority, but most people go with Zach Moss in that spot. I am still going to go Derrick Henry. I think if one of them is going to score a touchdown, I think it's more likely Henry. Moss was a little bit underwhelming last week. And at running back, I do have Derrick Henry 2 spots above Zach Moss. So as long as it's half PPR, then I would still favor Henry. If it's full PPR, I might pivot to Moss. I think he might see a little bit more receptions, but I think if one of them could score 2 touchdowns, has the higher upside, I think it would still be Henry. I don't love the matchup at all. The Dolphins do scare you a little bit. The game script also scares you, but I think I'm going to go Henry in that situation. Good luck there. I think you got to start him. I'm also going Adams over Waddle, but Marcus Wilden is asking full PPR, which two should I start in flex? Metcalf, Cup, Brown, or Kelly? I think I'm not going Kelly. I'm definitely not starting Joshua Kelly. I think I'm going to go Cup. I think you have to go with Cup. And I think because it is full PPR, I think I'm still going to go Metcalf. Metcalf is seeing 9 targets a game, and that does come down with Drew Lock, but I think you'd have to favor someone, and it would most likely be Metcalf. So I'm probably going to go with Cup and Metcalf. I don't feel good about it, but I really worry about the rain in New York for Noah Brown. I assume that's the Brown you're asking about. I can't think of another one off the top of my head. And I think I'm going to go with Metcalf. I think I'm still going to stick with DK, although it is close. I have DK at 32, Noah Brown at 36. I wouldn't blame you for going Noah Brown, but I think I'm still going to go DK. After last week, I have to imagine they're going to keep leaning on him in that offense, even with Locke at center most likely. But Marcus Wilden is asking also Hurts or Purdy. I know it's a long shot, but I keep choosing the wrong one since the last Seahawks-Niners game. Yeah, I think I'm still going to go with Hurts. There should probably be some type of shootout potential with the Eagles on Sunday night. It is primetime after all. And Purdy, well, he could do really well. I legitimately worry that they don't need him to throw many passes, and the touchdowns go on the ground to CMC because it's a great matchup against the run. The Seahawks rank number 1 or like top 3 at worst in the last 5 games. I think I'm going to go with Hurts. Going to trust Jalen with those rushing touchdowns. But also thanks for the rankings every week, bro. You're welcome, pal. I appreciate the thank you. But just a reminder, if you are watching, if I answer your question, hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel for more content. But yeah, as I go through the questions, please hit that like button for answering, and I really appreciate it. I will get to your question very soon. But Jay Hopkins, considering Sauce Gardner with rain and wind at the Jets today, should I bench Nico Collins for Rashee Rice? That's not a terrible plan. I think if you just want like a safer option, I think Rashee Rice is definitely a top 20 play. I think he's very safe. I think he does find the end zone this week, and I see a bit more of a shootout and higher touchdown upside. But I think there will be more targets going to Nico. I don't think I can bench Nico, but I completely understand. Rashee is one of the few players I wouldn't like completely fault you for doing. I think that's not a terrible plan. The rain and the Gardner coverage, it's a terrible matchup, is a legit concern. Yeah, if you just wanted to bank the floor, I do think Rashee Rice has less bust potential this week. I do still think Nico has the higher ceiling, but I do agree with at least the logic to consider it. I think if you wanted to play it safer, then I would probably go Rashee Rice because he's scoring a touchdown every other week, and I do think it hits this game, I'd probably go Rasheed just to feel good about it. But you might be leaving like 3-4 points on the bench if Collins goes off. But you could end up with like 5 points with Nico if the rain really takes over. So yeah, there's a little bit more bust potential with Nico. I'd probably go Rasheed just to play it safe. But if you need the higher upside, I'd probably go with Collins. Marcus is saying Noah Brown, by the way. Yeah, I think I'm still just worried about Noah Brown. There's also rain in his matchup. That's the same as Nico. So the bagel last week makes me worried. Not going to go with Noah Brown. Chris Tyler is saying, hey, man, hope your morning's going well. I'm stuck between Brandon Ayuk or Devontae Smith at flex. I'm still stuck on this one and keep switching back and forth. I'm going to go with Devontae. Ayuk has kind of been taken over a little bit by Debo lately, not only in the total volume and touchdowns, but also like targets, not just like rush attempts included. Like Ayuk has actually slipped to the number 2 target at wide receiver behind Debo. So the volume makes me scared with Ayuk, and I do have Devontae Smith 2 spots higher, and I see a little bit more of a passing game script in line for Devontae Smith. I also think the Cowboys might try to limit A.J. Brown more so than him. I know Goddard is coming back, but it's the same like situation. There's just as many weapons, if not more, to deal with in San Francisco for Ayuk. So I see more targets for Devontae. I think both of them find the end zone, so I still have Ayuk as a top 20 option. But I think if you're just chasing the safety net, I think I'd go with Devontae Smith. I see more volume and targets headed his way. I rank him 2 spots higher because of the expected target share headed his way to favor him over Ayuk. So I'd be benching Ayuk in that spot. Good luck with Devontae Smith. But Ross Roberts is saying, hey, man, thanks for all the help this season. Would you trust 49ers defense in Week 16 against Baltimore? Or should I drop somebody, Higgins, Connor, Goddard? I have McBride, and stash Indianapolis for a stream that week. Let me make sure who the Colts are starting that week. I'm going to pull this up. Thankfully, I have like a lot of bookmarks, and schedule is one of them. Okay, you're asking for week 16? They get Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think I'd go with the Colts at Pittsburgh. They have a great playoff schedule as well. Overall, like you get Cincinnati this week, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers next week, then the Falcons. That's a good spot, and then the Raiders week 17. The Colts are pretty interesting. Not a bad pickup. However, who are you dropping? That is the question. It's either going to be James Conner or T. Higgins. I think I'd be keeping Goddard and McBride. I think they're a little bit more appealing as flex plays. I know it sounds weird, but I think I might be dropping T. Higgins for the Colts defense because T. Higgins is not doing shit, and maybe he goes off and you really regret it. But if it's like last week, it's not going to be anything special. So I don't really feel good about T. Higgins that much, to be completely honest with you. And yeah, he gets the Steelers in week 16. That might not be the best game for him either. Yeah, I think I'd be dropping T. Higgins. It's either T. Higgins or Connor. I think I'd want to keep holding on to McBride and Goddard. So good luck there, but I think the Colts defense will be a better play than Baltimore, than the Niners will against Baltimore in Week 16. I'd rather go with the Colts at Pittsburgh in Week 16. But Howard Mighty is asking Mixon over Gibbs or Mostert. I'm going with if you only need one, I have Mixon ranked the highest. It's a really good matchup against the Colts this week. It's actually the number 1 in the last 5 games. And I have him ranked, I want to say top 5 this week. Yeah, I have Mixon at number 4. I love Mixon this week. 25 touches last week. Really feel confident. But if you need 2, my next favorite would be Gibbs. I think against Chicago, he will find the end zone, and they probably will lean on him a little bit more. I like the spot for him. I am legitimately worried about Raheem Mostert because he does not catch passes anymore, and A-Chain is definitely, I think, their number 1 running back. He was a little banged up as well earlier in the week, and you need the touchdown for Mostert to go over 10 points, whereas Gibbs can still get you 12 without the touchdown. Mostert might still get you 12 with a touchdown. So I think Gibbs has higher higher upside, and I do think the touchdown comes back to him. I would go with Gibbs and Mixon over Mostert, but if I only had to pick one, I'd go with Mixon over the other two. Mixon, then Gibbs, then Mostert at the bottom. But Wilk21 is asking Zay Flowers or Keaton Mitchell with the weather. Yeah, there's rain that's a legit concern in Baltimore, and it sounds like it's actually like really rough rain. Um, like it's a pretty significant situation. Um, so I do worry about Zay Flowers a little bit, but Keaton Mitchell is not getting like a ton of volume, and Gus Edwards still vultures him on the goal line. So if you are really concerned about it, I understand the question, but I think from a volume standpoint, there's still going to be more going to Zay Flowers, and it's going to be way deeper down the field. Excuse me. I'm still going to go with Zay Flowers. I really trust him, especially with no Mark Andrews. I think you have to lean on him. And while it's possible that Keaton scores a touchdown, I don't feel good about it happening. Like you're only getting 9 touches from him, and when they get in the red zone, they still favor the Gus bus. So Keaton like needs like a 40-yard touchdown in order to score. He needs to pop off, and I do not rank him top 35, whereas I still have Zay Flowers top 25. So I get it if you're a little worried, but I'm still going to go with Zay Flowers over Keaton Mitchell. But looks like we have a super chat. Ross Roberts, thank you for the donation, my friend. I really appreciate it. And it looks like there's no question here. You're just saying thank you. You always give great advice. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. And the donation is very much appreciated. So if you do have a question, feel free to drop it below. I'm happy to answer it for you. But thanks for the donation, pal. Really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Um, but where was I? Sorry, I got a little lost here. But Cameron Kaplan is saying PPR, got to flex one. Nico, Olave, Waddle, Devontae Smith. Crazy, my gut goes with Nico, even in the bad matchup. Worried about Carr's shoulder and Olave coming off of the fly. Thoughts? Okay. You only need one here. I'm still going to go Olave. Olave is getting so much volume, like over 100 yards. It feels like guaranteed with the injuries at receiver on his team. Carr really trusts him. And yeah, I rank Olave the highest. I have Olave at number 12. I have Nico at 13. I have Devontae at 14. And then I have Waddle, the lowest, at I want to say 26. Yeah, I'm not going with Waddle. I think the rain has me legitimately concerned for Nico, so I think there is some bust potential. I know he has so much upside, so I get it why your gut is saying Nico. I have them back to back to back, so coming off the flu. Oh, okay, not the fly, but yeah, I think I'm still gonna go Olave. It's in the dome. You don't have to worry about the weather at all. And the Cowboys matchup scares me a little bit more than the Panthers matchup, a little bit. So I'm still going to go with Olave. He has, I think, the highest upside and the safest floor combined. Nico maybe has just as equal upside, but I think the floor is much lower this week in the matchup in the rain. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to go with Nico. And then maybe you'd go Devontae Smith, but I think I'd trust Olave a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to go Olave. But I understand your concern there. Very close call between the three, Olave, Nico, and Devontae, but I will go with Chris Olave. Biggest bird. Ola, nice and blunt for flex, Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Damian Pierce. Ooh, shit. I think I have them like back to back. Like literally 30 and 29. Yeah, I got him really close. It's going to come down to the touchdown. It's going to be a very close call for who scores the touchdown. But I think if I'm going to bet on one offense, it's going to be the Chiefs offense. Singletary worries me a little bit more than McKinnon. I have them both right behind him. So it's really a toss-up, and I could easily be wrong. But the volume still doesn't like heavily favor Pierce, and he's been so inefficient this season. And the touchdown was the only saving grace for him last week. I don't feel great that it hits. Whereas I think Clyde is a little bit safer to find the end zone with no Pacheco. So I'm going to go with Clyde. I don't feel amazing about it, but I think I'm going to go with Clyde. Yeah. The fact that McKinnon has missed the last 2 games makes me a little more confident in CEH. So, yeah, give me Clyde in that spot. I don't feel good about it though. Good luck. You're gonna need it. But Marcus Wilden says thank you. You're welcome, pal. Just a reminder, y'all. If I have answered your question, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel as well. Really, really appreciate it. And we will continue with the questions. But Mark Benitez is asking Clyde Edwards, James Cook, Madison, pick 2. I think I'm benching CEH. I don't know exactly what the volume is going to look like for Clyde because McKinnon is still there and he's not like typically the starter. I feel like he could easily get vultured possibly, but maybe the touchdown happens. It's just the volume is not a safe guarantee. So I have Madison one spot above him, but if you wanted to pivot to Clyde, maybe there's a little more upside. I wouldn't blame you at all, but I definitely have James Cook ranked the highest. I have Cook at 19. So 100% I'm going with James Cook here. However, I think I'm going to go with Madison just because the offense is probably a little bit better than 2 weeks ago against Chicago with Jefferson in the mix. I think the Vikings will be fine. I just worry about the touchdown hitting for Madison. Whereas I feel like maybe the touchdown happens for Clyde and it's like maybe there's a higher ceiling with Clyde, but I think there's a safer floor with Madison. So I'm going to go Madison. I think there's just more volume, and I'm going to lean into it a little bit more. I'm going to be benching CEH in that spot. Definitely going with James Cook 100%, and then I'll go with Madison over CEH. But Boss Man asking, pick one for my flex. Who do I start? Devontae Smith, Jerome Ford, Devin Singletary, DeAndre Hopkins, or Calvin Ridley? I think I have to go with Devontae Smith, pal. Devontae's just on fire lately. Really, really good usage, like 16 points a game. And I think if anyone's going to score a touchdown, it's more likely him. Going to be a shootout, most likely against Dallas. And I think the game script favors them throwing the ball a lot. I think they try to limit A.J. Brown. So even if they're not successful, there's still going to be a lot of targets going to Devontae. I trust him more. Jerome Ford, the Browns offense, still a little bit scary. Devin Singletary now has lost a lot of volume to Pierce, so that's not good. Hopkins never catches more than like 4 targets per game, so 4 receptions per game, so that's tough. And then Calvin Ridley is very interesting. I do rank him top 20 with Lawrence going to play, but I still prefer Devontae Smith. I have Devontae number 14, whereas I have Ridley number 19. So I'm going to go Devontae Smith. I'm going to trust Devontae a lot. But Woolly Mammoth, we have 30 minutes left, and we got to rip through these questions. Is asking D. Hopkins or Matt Gay? Who does Matt Gay play? Does he play for the Rams? I want to say the Rams. If he plays for the Rams, then no, I'm not going with Gay in the rain. I'm going to go with Hopkins for Cleveland. Let me verify that I have the right team for Matt Gay. Oh no, he plays for the Colts. I'm gonna go with Matt Gay actually. The fact that he plays for the Colts is a big difference. I think the Colts offense is better than the Browns offense, and I think they get in field goal range a little bit more. So give me the Colts kicker, Matt Gay. Boss Man, my other team at flex, pick one. Calvin Ridley, Cortland Sutton, Adam Thielen, Damian Pierce. Boy, it's between Sutton and Ridley for me. I have them really close back-to-back at 19 and 20. I think you're guaranteeing a touchdown with Sutton, but he's not going to go over 70 yards, whereas Ridley, I think, will probably go over 80. However, the touchdown is a little bit less likely to hit. I'm still going to go Ridley, though. I think there's a safer floor, and Sutton is a little touchdown dependent. The matchup is really good for Sutton, but as long as Lawrence is playing and Christian Kirk is out, then I think Ridley's going to be just fine. I don't really worry about last week's performance. I'm going to go with Ridley over Sutton. I'm definitely not going Thielen. He's been overtaken by Mingo. And then Damian is in a time split. I'm not going with them. If you wanted to go Sutton, I wouldn't blame you at all. But I think Ridley, I think, has more yardage Sutton is just touchdown dependent. And even if it hits, you might only get like 13 points, whereas Ridley can easily give you like 18, 20 points if the touchdown is there for him. So I'm going to go Ridley. I think there's higher upside with Ridley. But Jonathan Medrano, who has the biggest boom potential this week, Purdy or Lamar? I would go Purdy because the rain is a big factor. For the Ravens, it's possible that the offense doesn't score a ton of points because of it. So I think if you're just chasing ceiling, I would go Purdy, but I think Lamar is still the safer floor play given all of his rushing stats, especially in the rain. That's definitely going to be a factor. I just think maybe the touchdowns are not there as much because the rain limits them a little bit. But Jeffrey Clay, Krupp, or Collins. I imagine that's just Cooper Kupp or Collins. I'm still going to go Nico Collins. I've lost a lot of faith in Kupp. Really touchdown dependent. And with no Tank Dell, there's so many targets available for Nico. I'm still going to go Nico despite some bad weather. Give me Nico Collins there. But impossible. Impossible. Need one running back, two flex. CEH McKinnon, Aaron Jones, Spears, Nico London, Noah Brown, Amari Cooper, Lockett, and Higgins. Okay, I'm not going Lockett. I'm not going Higgins. I'm not going with Noah Brown. It's between Nico London and Amari Cooper there. But first, let me give you the running back. I am going to go with Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones plays, and I rank him the highest. I have Aaron Jones at number 27. I have CEH at 29, McKinnon at 32. It's very touchdown dependent for these guys, and I don't know what hits there. I think Aaron Jones has a little bit safer volume overall and more likely to score touchdowns. So the running back, give me Aaron Jones. I don't trust Tyjae Spears with Henry available. But your two flexes, I'm definitely going with Nico Collins. Just got to trust the volume. The matchup a little scary, but I still think you got to do it. And then the next wide receiver, that is tough. That is tough, my friend. I think it's between London and Amari Cooper for me, but I think I have London one spot higher. I do. The matchup is better for London. I'm going to go with Drake London, Nico Collins, and Aaron Jones in that spot. Good luck to you. But gonna be close one. Gonna be a close one. It's possible that Cooper is better, but I think the matchup against Tampa Bay is safer for London. I'm gonna go London over Amari Cooper. But Jonathan is saying, hey bro, Herbert or Love? I think the Bolts and Broncos game has sneaky shootout potential. I think the Giants will get handled by the Packers, limiting Love's upside, banking on a Herbert bounce back. You would think I would agree. I am the Chargers fan, but I really don't trust them this week, man. Like, if they turn it into a shootout, I would be shocked, legitimately shocked. I do not think that their offense has much steam at the moment, and I think Love on his hot streak is more intriguing than Herbert. I do rank Love higher. I would personally go with Jordan Love. I'd be trying to bench Herbert. I have Love at 8, Herbert at 11. And if it's not going to Keenan, then they don't really have anybody else, man. Eckler looks fucking washed. Eckler looks like shit. So I do not trust Justin Herbert at the moment. I would rather not do it. I'm gonna go Jordan Love. He's just been on such a heater. I know Christian Watson's not gonna play, but I don't think they need him. The Giants matchup is way better than the Broncos matchup right now in division against a much better coach. Yeah, man, I'm not going with Herbert against the Broncos if I have Love. Herbert's more of like a low end kind of desperation top 12 pick, but yeah, I'm gonna go Love, bro. Feels weird, but I'm gonna go Jordan Love. Good luck, man. Good luck. But Warrior Loft is saying, "What's up, bro? CEH or Mostert? Definitely gonna go Mostert. Mostert has much higher floor and a safer path to a touchdown. I'm gonna go Mostert for sure. But yeah, same question: CH versus Bills or Mostert versus Titans? Yeah, give me Mostert. Mostert 100%. I have Mostert like 8 spots higher. I still have Mostert at like 21, 22, and then I have CEH at 29. So 7 spots higher. Yeah, give me Mostert. 100%. But Howard Mighty, can we start Parker Washington? I don't think so. I'd rather go with Zay Jones over Parker Washington. Last week could easily have been a fluke. I want to see it another time before I trust the rookie. Yeah, he's still just the 5th option there. Like there's Ridley, there's ETN, there's Ingram, and I think there's Zay Jones as well above him. So he would be number 5. I would be not starting Parker Washington if I can avoid it. But Luke Traub, hope I pronounced that right. But Jerome Ford, Chuba, or Aaron Jones. I'm actually going to go Chuba Hubbard, man. Chuba's on fire right now, 25 carries last week, and the Saints aren't like a terrible matchup at the moment. I'm going to go with Hubbard. I worry about Aaron Jones coming off an injury. He's still a game time decision after all. And then Jerome could always get vultured by Kareem, but I think the offense is a little scary. And while there is some good volume for him, I think Hubbard has the higher upside. 3 rushing touchdowns in the last 2 games. I think that happens again for Hubbard. I'm going to go with Chuba Hubbard. Feels weird, but give me Chuba over the other 2. But Jeffrey Ball is asking Eckler or A-Chain full PPR. Please help. 100%. I am going with A-Chain. I am absolutely going with A-Chain. I am losing faith with Eckler. He looks washed. I saw a clip the other day that Packers game, he reached a top speed of 13 miles an hour. Last year, it was 20, and he looks like he is gassed. So I don't think he's healthy. I think the ankle injuries have been a big factor this year, and he is getting older. He's like 28, whereas A-Chain has missed some time, but is just like so fucking good right now. I'm going to go with Devon A-Chain, who I have top 3. I 100% am going with Devon A-Chain. Such high upside. And it's not like the target share is that much different. Eckler is not really catching a ton of passes anymore in the Kellen Moore offense. So give me Devon A-Chain 100%. But looks like we had a message retracted from Aura. But WL Clutch, I need to DeAndre Swift or Cortland Sutton. Please, man. Well, if you just need 2, then those are 2. But if you just need 1, I'm going to go with Sutton. I am a little bit worried about the Cowboys matchup, and Swift has looked a little bit bad lately. Not like terrible, but the touchdowns are not hitting for him. So I think Sutton in a really good matchup has much higher touchdown guarantees for you. I have Sutton at 20, whereas I have Swift at like 24, I want to say. Yeah, that's where I have Swift, 24. So I would go with Sutton. I know it's a different position, but I think Sutton is a safer option. I do not feel like Swift getting in the end zone is guaranteed. I feel like there's better game script to throw the ball, and they're going to have to lean against the run in Dallas this week as the game goes on later in the game. So I'm going to go with Sutton. I think the touchdown is a little more likely for Cortland Sutton. But we are catching up a little bit. Okay, we have 15 minutes. We got to rip through these. We're going to go rapid fire. Not too much clarification moving forward. But would you rather play Judy, Jake Gallagher is asking, or Elijah Moore? I have no one to play, LOL, so I'm relying on the wire. Give me Elijah Moore. I do not trust Judy to find the end zone. And Elijah has a really good rapport with Flacco. He had 12 targets last week. Give me Elijah Moore. WL Clutch. I also have Zay Flowers, so throw him in the mix. Give me Sutton over Flowers. If you only need 1, give me Sutton. I'm a little bit worried about the rain with Flowers in Baltimore. But Kyle Singer is asking, pick 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Madison, Mitchell, Gabe Davis, Brandon Cooks, full PPR. Okay, at wide receiver, give me Brandon Cooks. At flex, give me Gabe Davis. And then at running back, give me Madison. Mitchell is not getting enough volume for me to trust. Give me Madison at running back, Brandon Cooks at receiver, and then the flex is Gabe Davis. I think there's really high upside for Gabe this week. But Kyle, I can tell, and that I think I don't understand. Colts, Brandon Cooks. Okay, I think you're answering other people's questions. I'm going to move on. But Douglas Sears, Morning, need a PPR flex, London, Dabbs, Singletary, and Ford. Just 1. Give me Romeo Dabbs. Without Christian Watson, there's a lot of targets for Romeo Dabbs. Give me Romeo Dabbs. I have him as a top 25 wide receiver. Yeah, I have him at number 22. Give me Romeo Dabbs. If that's the only one you need. My next favorite would be Jerome Ford. Then I would go London, then Singletary, but my number 1 would be Dabbs. 100%, especially in full PPR. Yeah, give me Dabbs. But Muffins, 22, asking Colts or Browns this week. I'm going to go with the Browns. I don't feel great about it, but the Colts are really interesting. Actually, that one's really close. I think I have them like back to back now that I think about it. Yeah, I do. I think the higher upside is with the Browns, but the safer floor would be the Colts. Your call, but I don't think you can go wrong with either. I think they're both top 10. I would probably go with the Browns. I think so. The weather. Oh, yeah, it's not raining anymore. Fuck. Making me think here. Fuck it. Go with the Colts. They've actually been a little bit better in terms of turnovers lately. Go with the Colts. I think it's a safer floor against Cincinnati, whereas the Browns could put up a dud on defense against Trevor Lawrence. Give me the Colts. But Sleepy Mo, full PPR switch, Swift or Metcalf in the flex, and Russell Wilson or Lamar in the rain. Win, I'm in. Lose, I'm out. Thank you. Gonna go with Swift. I do not trust Drew Lock throwing it to Metcalf. Gonna go with Swift. However, in the flex, you're deciding between Russell Wilson and Lamar. I'm gonna go Lamar. I think even in the rain, he runs it a lot, and I think there's higher upside with Lamar. Russ is a safe like 15, 16 point floor play, but he never gives you more than like 200 yards passing, and I will still go with Lamar. There's higher upside. Gonna go with Lamar. Probably gives you like 60, 70 yards rushing this week in the rain. Give me Lamar and Swift in that situation. But Jonathan Medrano need help with a flex spot. DeAndre Swift or Metcalf? I think I just had a similar question. I'm going to go DeAndre Swift. I do not trust Metcalf with lock under center. Give me Swift. 100%. But Spitfire is asking Saints or Jets defense. I would rather avoid Houston. I know there's some rain in New York, but I'm going to go with the Saints against Carolina. That's definitely a better situation. I got the Saints at 7. I got the Jets not even top 20 against Houston. Yeah, give me the Saints. But OKK Rich is asking CEH or Pierce. Had a similar question earlier. It's back to back with the two of them, but I'm going to go with CEH. I think there's a little higher upside in the Chiefs offense, and I think a little higher odds that he finds the end zone. Give me CEH over Damian Pierce. But WL Clutch is asking DeAndre Swift or Chuba. There, I'm going to go with Hubbard. I think there's more chances that Hubbard finds the end zone, and I think the game script is a little dicey for Swift. I will go with Chuba Hubbard, who saw 25 rush attempts last week. Very good volume with the new coach. I think you can lean on his volume moving forward. But 215 Eagles is asking Walker, Mostert, or Hubbard. I'm still going to go Walker. Don't feel good about it. I think if you just wanted like safer guarantees, I'd probably go Hubbard. Mostert, a little touchdown dependent. But I do have Walker ranked the highest still. I think touchdown likely going to hit for him. They're going to lean on him as well in the volume department with Locke. I'm going to go with Walker. But if you wanted to pivot to Hubbard, wouldn't blame you. Mostert, not terrible either. Good luck there. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Walker still. But okay, let me know CH or Pierce, PPR. I told you CH. But Eric Fortis is asking full PPR. Just notice Kenneth Walker is active today. Start CH McKinnon or Kenneth Walker. I think I still got to go Kenneth Walker. Most talented and in less of a committee. And with Locke, it might limit the efficiency of the offense, but I think the volume is going to be there for him. Give me Kenneth Walker over the Chiefs backfield if you can only pick one. But 215 Eagles saying Swift. Sure, that's probably answering somebody else's question. A game Grizzo, do you like Nico or Javante more this week in full PPR? I prefer Javante from a floor standpoint. Nico has the higher ceiling always, but the rain and the matchup is a concern. I think they're both top 15 for me, but I have Javante at 15, and I think from a floor standpoint, he's safer. I'd probably go Javante because there's no Samaje Perine, and I think from a floor standpoint, he is very safe. Probably going to see like 4 or 5 receptions as well. So in PPR, that kind of evens it out. I think Javante is the safer option. Nico has higher boom potential, but also higher bust potential. Javante is the safer floor play. Give me Javante. But David Voland is asking full point per pick to pick 2. T. Higgins, Kobe Myers, Jordan Addison, and Jerry Jeudy. Shit, that's rough, man. Give me Jacoby Myers and give me T. Higgins. I do not like the other two at all. Give me Myers and Higgins. But Great Scott, hey, everyone looking to stash one of these guys. Jaden Reed and Keaton Mitchell. Who do we think does better the rest of the way? I would go Jaden Reed because I think Christian Watson is going to miss at least like 2-3 weeks. Give me Jaden Reed over Keaton Mitchell. But Jake Gallagher, thanks for the clarity. What about Mingo or Elijah Moore? Give me Elijah Moore. I think there's a better rapport there with Flacco, and Mingo still scares me. Don't think he finds the end zone. Gabriel Espinal, Puka, or Waddle in the flex. The rain worries me a little bit. I think I'm gonna go Waddle. Yeah, give me Waddle. Higher upside for Puka, but safer floor with Waddle. Artistry. Mine got skipped. LOL. Mostert, Sutton, or DeAndre Hopkins at flex. Pick one. Give me Sutton. I'm going to go with Sutton. I think closer to like 13 points. Mostert, very touchdown dependent. Could be fine, but I think I'm going to go with Sutton. I'm not going to go with Hopkins. It's between Sutton and Mostert. I'm going to go with Sutton. Says, please, you're welcome. Brandon Anzures says, Jacksonville or Browns defense? Give me the Browns. Jacksonville has been a little mediocre lately. Give me the Browns defense over the Jags. But 9876, Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker. Give me Kenneth Walker. Breece has sucked lately. But Kyle Singer says, thank you, man. Love you long time. You're sure, bro. I have my lineup that way. Cool. Gabriel Espinal says Waddle or Puka in the flex. I'm going to go with Waddle from a floor standpoint. The ceiling is higher with Puka, but I think the rain is a bit scary. I'm going to go Waddle. But drop the likes. Yes, please. Yes, please drop the likes. And there's 42 people watching and 20 likes. Please hit that like button. Looks like we have a donation, though. Timothy Croons is saying Nico Collins or Cortland Sutton. I'm still going to go Nico. I don't feel good about it. I think there's some bust potential, but Cortland is definitely touchdown dependent, and Nico's going to get so much volume with no Tank Dale. I'm going to go Nico Collins. Thank you for the donation, pal. Thank you very much. But Zach, start Lamar or Fields. I'm going to go Fields. The rain is a little bit scary in terms of upside. Fields also averages over 100 rushing yards against Detroit. In the last 3, that's been the case. Give me Justin Fields over Lamar Jackson. But Anthony Perkins, full PPR, Breece Hall or Keaton Mitchell. I'm still going to go Breece Hall. There's more volume, especially in the passing game. In full PPR, Breece Hall is way, way safer. Give me Breece Hall over Keaton Mitchell. 100%. But Jose Ramos, 12-team PPR start 3, Kamara, Kyron, Etienne, Zach Moss. I'm benching Zach Moss. I'm going with Kyron, Etienne, and Kamara. Bench Zach Moss. Alex Ducharme is asking A-Chain versus Montgomery PPR. Yes, give me A-Chain over Montgomery. Got Josh Jacobs as my number 1. Weary on Etienne, given that he came back from injury. I'm not worried about Etienne, but I still prefer A-Chain over everybody else. I'm going A-Chain and Josh Jacobs in that spot. But Happy Trees is asking Packers or Browns defense. From a floor standpoint, I like the Browns. Upside, give me Packers. Your call. I have them both top 10, though. Can't really go wrong. I'm probably going to go with the Packers just to chase upside. But Kid Kobe is asking, good morning, James Cook, C.H. McKinnon. PPR need one, please. Definitely give me James Cook. Way more volume for Cook. And you're just trying to bank on the touchdown. It could go to either one of C.H. McKinnon. You could easily pick wrong. Give me James Cook, 100%. But Ace Sports, Puka or Nico Collins. Give me Nico Collins. There's rain for both of them. There's more volume for Nico. Give me Nico over Puka. But Michael Reeves is asking Puka, Javonte, Reed, Ferguson, pick 2. Definitely going to go with Javonte, 100% with no Samaje. He's going to have a lot of volume and should find the end zone. And then while Reed is really interesting, I think Ferguson is a lock this week. I think Ferguson's going to have a great game. He has best game of the season against the Eagles in week 9, and it's probably similar to that this time around as well. But we have some more donations. Timothy Croons is asking CEH or Sutton. I'm going to go Sutton. I trust the touchdown to hit for Sutton way more, and the matchup is also really good against the Chargers. Clyde could easily get vultured by Jerick McKinnon, so I'm going to go with Sutton. I think it's a way safer play. Give me Cortland Sutton over CEH. But Tony Brown is asking Keaton Mitchell or Jerick McKinnon or Devin Singletary. If you only need one, give me... Shit, that's close. I think I'm going to bench Keaton for sure. Not enough volume. And then I'm going to go with McKinnon. I think there's higher upside with McKinnon. Singletary is interesting. Decent floor, but they're both in committees. I'm going to go with McKinnon over Singletary and Keaton Mitchell. Give me McKinnon in that spot. But we have 4 minutes left. We got to go fucking fast. Lawrence or Browning? Give me Lawrence. 100%. Jose Ramos, 12-team PPR. Start a quarterback Stroud or Herbert. I don't like this rain in New Jersey or Jets defense for CJ. I have them back-to-back 10-11. If you don't want to just avoid the rain, then go with Herbert. But I still think CJ has the higher ceiling. Give me, fuck it, go Herbert for the safety given the rain. But Jose Ramos is asking 12-team PPR start 2. Chase, Pittman, Waddle, Nico Collins. Definitely going with Pittman, and I think I'm going to go with Jamar Chase given the rain with Nico. I think I trust Chase's floor a little bit. I'm benching Waddle, and Nico Collins. Give me Pittman and Chase. But Brandon Anzures is saying Josh Jacobs or Chris Olave flex. Give me Jacobs. I'm going to go with Jacobs. But Richard West, stash Taysom, Waller, or Schultz. I would stash Schultz. Give me Schultz. T-God Gaming, start 3 Mixon, Gibbs, or Pollard, and Moss. Definitely Mixon, Gibbs, and Pollard. I'm benching Moss. Bench Moss. Ice Cold Jones, Mingo, or Elijah Moore. Give me Elijah Moore. Ronnie Daniel, who do you flex in? Javonte or Brandon Cooks full PPR? I'm going with Javonte with no Samaje. I feel really good about it. Although I love the ceiling for Cooks. Very interesting, but the volume is not safe enough. Give me Javonte from a floor standpoint. I think they both go over 12 points. But Brandon Anzures, playoff on the line, need help. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. I have Stephon Diggs, Josh Jacobs, Cortland Sutton, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, Mike Evans, Zach Moss, and Derrick Henry. Please and thank you. Okay. At running back, you are going with Kamara and Jacobs. At receiver, you're going with Diggs and Olave. No, Diggs and Mike Evans. And then at flex, you're going with Olave. So you're going Kamara, Jacobs, Diggs, Mike Evans, and Olave. You're benching Sutton, you're benching Moss, and you're benching Henry. Good luck to you, Brandon. But we buy homes near you. Are we flexing Amari Cooper over David Njoku this week? Yes, 100%. Pachuco, thank you for the advice. Addison, Lockett, or Daubs. Give me Romeo Daubs, 100%. Romeo Daubs. T-God Gaming, start 3 Mixon, Moss, Pollard, Gibbs. You are benching Zach Moss. You are benching Zach Moss. But some more donations. Sorry for getting to them a little late. Timothy Crooms, Jerry Jeudy, or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Give me CEH there. Give me CEH. And then We Buy Homes, also a donation. Flex Amari Cooper over David Njoku this week. Yes. Give me Amari Cooper over David Njoku. And then Anthony Perkins, last question. One more, sir. Full PPR, Drake London or JSN for flex. Give me Drake London. I do not trust Drew Lock at center. Give me Drake London. But then Moa Lahoa, Devontae Smith or Nico Collins. Devontae Smith. Give me Devontae Smith. Devontae. Okay. Is my lineup set? I got Purdy, Breece Hall, Javonte, Cooper Kupp, Michael Pittman, Dallas Goedert, Jaden Reed in my lineup. Yes, it is set. How's my other team looking? Coming down to the wire. Herbert, Bijan, St. Brown, Devontae, Dalton Kincaid, Travis Etienne, and Brandon Cooks. All right. We're locked in. It's noon. It's the end of this video. Thank you. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your donations as well. I really appreciate that. And if you enjoyed, hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel as well. Do me a favor, subscribe. But very excited for this week, and it should be a fun game. Hope you clinch that playoff spot, my friend. Hope you do it. It looks like I'm out of the playoff picture in the subscriber league, but I have a chance at the #1 overall seed in my 10-team PPR league. I've clinched a playoff spot. At least I'm hoping for a bye. If I can win, that is a lock this week. Wish me luck. I wish you luck, and I hope you have a great, great day. Thank you for watching Nice and Blunt. My name is Adam Riancho, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.